Hi folks, and welcome to today's video. Can you still work out with a herniated disc? Now I get asked this question many times by my clients. Today I'm going to dive into this and try to answer it for you folks to understand the nuances of a herniated disc and what you can and cannot do. But before we do, just to let you know, I make a lot of great content for those folks that are suffering with low back pain issues such as sciatica nerve pain, bulging discs, herniated discs, lumbar stenosis, lumbar arthritis. If that is you, then hit the subscribe button. You'll get notified when I put some new content onto YouTube to get you back on the road to recovery. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay folks, today I'm going to be touching on a popular topic, a very popular question I do get asked. Can you work out with a herniated disc? And the nuanced answer is, it depends, okay? It does depend on the level of your herniation, the pain, the symptoms, etc. Now, what you should do, first of all, is go and check out last week's video. It's where I explained all about disc injuries, the names on your MRI, what they mean, the significance, etc. That's bulging, what kind of herniation, protrusion, extrusion, okay? So subscribe to the channel and go check out that video, all right? Because it does really depend on how you're feeling and the state of the injury. Because with a bulging disc, okay, or herniated disc, so bulging is a slightly protruding. Herniated typically means that the central disc material has pushed out, okay? If you load that disc with your normal squats, deadlifts, heavy lifting, you run the risk of pushing more of that material out of the disc and potentially increasing your pain symptoms, whether it be back pain and or sciatica pain as well, okay? So you first want to stop, make sure you have your injury assessed, MRI, orthopedic doctor, take a look at it, understand what those results mean, check out one of my videos, all right? Then we can move forward, okay? But yes, you can work out with a herniated disc, bulging disc, but it does depend on the level of your herniation, what you're going to be able to do, okay? Now, when I do my programs for people, I have a lot of people that I work with, and there are different stages, and I create programs which are basically rehabilitation programs, but they involve your typical exercises you would do for upper body, lower body, okay? So I'm going to run through some exercises with you guys just to show you what is possible, okay, at different stages of your herniation, all right? So if it's a very bad herniation, you're in a lot of severe sciatica pain, you want to treat that. Maybe it's the sequestration where it breaks off. You got really bad sciatica, you're most likely not going to be able to work out, okay? But you should keep moving to some degree. And I do recommend walking is great, small increments, whether that be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you can manage without pain, numerous times through the day, lying in different pain-free positions, try to decompress the spine a little bit. Yes, you can do some basic pelvic tilts, some kind of core bracing, but you pretty much want to treat that severe type of injury as you've just had surgery. Because typically after surgery, you're not going to do anything for 4, 6, 8 weeks, sometimes depending on the surgery, just very basic stuff. You may be able to go to the pool, do some pool walking, okay? So if you're at that stage, we're really talking very basic, as I said, walking mainly. You could maybe try some bird dogs. Bird dog is going to flash up the video beside me here. I use the bird dog a lot. It's a great exercise. It's been around a long time. It's one of the main sort of mainstays because it is sort of, it doesn't directly load the spine, but it works a lot of core stability through the spine, upper back, etc. Okay, so bird dog I always include for most people, always at the start of the workouts. It kind of fires the muscles up, gets them ready. Now you may also be able to do the classic dead dog. It's going to pop up in the video as well. Again, it's a lot about sort of bracing the abdominals whilst moving the limbs. It's kind of what I call a low-level exercise. It sort of encourages the core to stimulate, to stabilize. It is, I tend to do it at the start of the workout, okay? Now, if your situation is you've got a little bit of sciatica pain, you've got a herniated disc, you don't want to make things worse, then yeah, those two exercises I would definitely include, okay? But I'm sure you want to do some stuff for upper body. Now, I would advise the first 4 to 6 weeks of staying away from bench press, dumbbells, etc. Just because there's more chance of you maybe not doing the exercise incorrectly, but actually lifting the weights and placing the weights in the gym incorrectly, heavy dumbbells, getting on off of benches. So you want to take time for that injury to start to get the healing process in place. But I understand you don't want to stop doing your movements that you love, okay? So there's a couple of things that are going to flash up. The one is going to be a band press. This is a one-arm band press you'll see there. Simple exercise. You can tie those bands to the exercise rack, to an exercise machine, something stable. You can do it at home if you've got like a home gym. That's going to work your chest, triceps, okay? It's going to give you some of that movement. You're not going to lose all your strength, okay? You do have muscle memory, and just even firing those muscles, even with light weights, as the band, of course, will be doing, is going to basically create some muscle memory in the chest muscles. It's also going to help fire your core to help stabilize yourself against anti-rotation, because you want to stay nice and strong with that exercise. You don't want to rotate, you want to brace and stop the rotation, okay? Slightly more advanced, you've also got the TRX push-up. It's going to pop up there as well. You've got to really brace that core nice and strong as you go down into the bottom of the push-up and back up, okay? Now, we can also, I'm a big fan of the TRX or any suspension training system, not just the TRX, that's the patented name, of course. Any suspension training system, you of course have got a TRX row. Again, a great exercise, doesn't really load the lower back too much, gets the upper body working, get your arms working a little bit as well, your biceps, upper back region, so you can incorporate that as well, okay? Now I'm going to put all these exercises down below and kind of rep range and stuff that I like to use, okay? I'll make a little mini program for you guys down in the description, okay? So make sure you subscribe as well, because there's a lot of my other content is revolved around exercises and things you can do whilst recovering from your herniated bulging disc, all right? Okay, let's move on to the lower body. Now, before we get into legs, there's one really, really important thing I must put across. If you are just being diagnosed or you're suffering, you've just, it's been that first couple of weeks, you've just been diagnosed with herniated bulging disc, you must undertake rehab now, okay? Do not put it off, right? Start integrating rehab exercises now, because it's in the literature that if you delay for that first 30 days, now I know this can happen because insurance company, won't get the physio, won't pay for the physio yet. You got to wait to get, various other tests done, etc. But I've got a specific video. It's going to pop at the end of this one. It's a super basic rehab plan that anyone can do if you've been diagnosed bulging herniated disc, okay? Start today, seriously. Because if you delay, if you wait more than the 30 days to start the rehab, based on the evidence, on the statistical evidence, it will take you significantly longer to recover from this injury, okay? So make sure you start, watch the end of this one, watch that video, it's going to pop up for you guys. Questions, comments, you need help with it, reach out to me, not a problem, okay? All right, but let's get into legs. So you want to, as I said, keep moving. Walking could be the first thing that you do, but you do want to obviously make some movements in your lower body as well. This helps with stability, just, daily living, moving around, getting on and off the toilet, in and out of bed, etc., picking stuff off the floor. You've got to be hip hinging, etc. You want to have strong legs or have your legs not losing strength. You've had your gains from the gym or your activity or whatever. So one of the first exercises I get many people to do is a basic step up, very low level step up. So it's probably not going to be any higher than the step you might have in your house, okay? A classic IKEA one is what I'm using there in the picture, the video. And it's all about, stepping up, pausing at the top, control, stabilize, and come back down. We have to get blood flow running through the body. That will help heal the disc, because the disc itself does not have a direct blood flow. It gets all its nutrients via osmotic transfer, okay, across the cell membrane. So we have to keep blood flow moving, okay? But it's finding that base level. You want to be able to achieve a base level of movement activity that doesn't exacerbate or increase your pain, okay? If you're doing too much, you may risk, as I said earlier, injuring making the injury worse, okay? Like, pushing the disc out further, aggravating the sciatic nerve more. You want to be looking for this base level, which it could be super, super easy stuff, but if you can get through it 5, 6, potentially 7 exercises with no pain, you're like, yeah, that's a thumbs up, 10 out of 10, well done. That's your base level. You can work and add on from there incrementally, okay? Now, step up's a great little exercise, but we want to do something for the kind of lower back and glutes, hamstrings as well. So a super easy one to start with is just your basic hip extension, okay? It's quite classic in rehab. 2 feet on the ground, as you can see in the video, squeezing the glutes, and you lift up maybe pause for a second at the top and come back down. You may only have to move in a half range to start with, just depending on the injury, how severe it is. But it's good to get some blood flow into that region, okay? Because motion is lotion. I do like that term. It's well known in physio terms, been around a long time. But yeah, you have to keep moving, okay, as much as you can within your pain-free range. And what you don't want to do is seize up and do nothing or do bed rest, because that will just make matters worse. It's going to take a lot longer to heal. I do know if it's severe pain, you know, yes, bed for a couple of days is fine, but you want to get up and out and try to move as much as you can. And as I said, you can break it into small increments. I've had clients before, they do maybe 3 exercises at lunchtime, another 3 at nighttime. You know, if your work won't allow it, you know, kids, school, you know, you're studying, whatever, there is different ways that you can put your plan together, all right? Now, guys, some of you know this, some of you don't know this. If you're out there struggling, you know, you've been through rehab, you've still got these issues, or you've just been diagnosed, you don't know where to turn, I do a free advice call, okay? The link is in the description down below. Basically, it's 45 minutes to an hour. Jump on a call with me. I will give you some, you know, get you all your history, first of all, via questionnaire. I will give you some things to do to try to go away, to get you back on the right track with conservative care, okay? Now, I've had many people waste my time on these calls who don't actually show up. So I implemented a new program quite a while ago where you will get 3 emails that come in asking you to fill the questionnaire out, to confirm the call, etc. You need to confirm the call, okay? If you don't confirm the call, I won't be there, right? Because too many times people book a call and then they don't show up, right? So I had to bring in a kind of a more stricter policy, and I am strict with it, right? Because I've got people who want to speak to me, okay? But somebody's booked that slot and then that person doesn't show up and the other person would have shown up. So they just missed out, okay? So please, guys, if you really are serious about having a chat with me, make sure you confirm the call. There'll be emails come in from the Calendly. That's what I use. Always check your spam, okay? Read everything I've written out there in Calendly, what you must do, like fill this questionnaire, do that, answer these questions, etc. Yes, you can send your MRI results. That also helps as well for me to give you the best advice I possibly can. Confirm the call, and I will see you there. All right. Guys, listen, don't forget to check out that video. It's going to pop up right after this one about the basic rehab plan. Questions, comments, of course, on this plan. I've been talking about exercises today, going back to the gym. Hit me up in this section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. I've got a lot of great content out there for folks at different stages of their sort of back pain journey, okay, recovering from herniated discs, etc. Go and check out my channel and subscribe. All right, guys, like, share, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.